What's up? How y'all doing? This video gonna be about Busta Rhymes on the Fat Joe show calling out T.I. for a challenge. And T.I. was talking and walking and he's like, this ain't even right. And it ain't. I mean, really. I mean, rap music changes so much, the aesthetic changes so much that you can't even compare. Like, I was listening to Lord Jamar give his all times, and he had Jay-Z top for him. But he said, far as sales and impact, Drake is on his heels. Well, Drake's coming from a whole different aesthetic because he's wildly successful, but he's in the stream era where now numbers of, you can blow up. It's different. It's different. You cannot possibly compare artists from a different era, especially in a genre of music, which changes the lingo, the code, the nuances, Like if you were to put Busta Rhymes up against Ice Cube, he get blowed out. Put him up against Scarface, that's another L. But my point is, put him up against somebody that would be a peer that came from a certain similar setting and how he would do. That would be interesting, okay? Maybe him up against Wycliffe or something like that. Make it where it's within his area code. But T.I. is from a whole different era than Busta Rhymes. 90s hip-hop and 00's hip-hop is different. Case in point, I remember when, I think it was KRS-One tried to come at Nelly sideways. Now that worked with Prince B back in 91 because PM Dawn, rest in peace, was on that alternative doing, that style of rap, what they was doing. Singing song catchiness. Actually, if PM Dawn came out now, and I think about Drake and some of the stuff that goes now, he'd be even bigger. But at that time, but it was catchy. But again, when KRS-One came in Nelly, and Nelly was a descendant of the LL Cool J Formula Factory, family style-wise. But I wouldn't put him in LL's room. Like, if Nelly was to take on L, he would lose because L got better quality to me, body of work, and longevity. But that would be more comparable, if you're going to go that, than T.I. against Busta Rhymes. And I looked at Busta as an energy type of rapper, and I said, well, if Busta Rhymes wanted to go after somebody who flowed like he did with that cadence and that speed, well, why don't you go after someone who came in the 90s? Missy Elliott. Yeah, because that would be interesting. That would be interesting, style-wise. And if you dare go past the 90s to somebody, the only rapper that I think that would fit the Busta argument would be Luda. Because Ludacris, with that hyper energy bar rapping style, But to go at T.I., even his name is like on the smooth tip. It's like the quiet, cool assassin type of the way he flow. So that wouldn't even make no sense. Busta's trying to get a bag and get some relevance because this versus thing, I guess it puts some bags in your account. People looking for something, and he's like, let me go randomly look. But they from different eras, different times, and it was a different way of approaching the music. It's like you can't possibly get that balance. You can compare, but it doesn't even it doesn't jive up because unlike other genres of music, rap music is really what's in the moment, like what's going on at the time. Now you can appreciate an old and you can appreciate something new. But you also gotta be feeling it. It's like comedy. Like it can be timeless and endless to you. However, it ain't nothing like when it's happening when it just happened. In a lot of ways, it's like fast food. You better eat them fries hot when they came out. Because if you try to zap them in the microwave 20 minutes later, it ain't the same. And that's what a lot of these punchlines, that's what the thing that T.I. was like, no disrespect. And really, it depends on what side you're coming down to. How you feel. Now, if I'm being honest about the situation, who would I take? Because I didn't watch both these guys' careers and all that. You ask me who, this is a tricky one because, okay, if I had to push come to shove, you say, okay, well, give me who would you take? Leaders of New School was big, and Busta came out with some tough songs, but so did T.I. I like T.I.'s production on his songs better than I've actually done his flow, but I think T.I. has had some songs. If I had to take someone's career on a whole, like solo to solo, just that, I have to go with T.I. Busta got some songs that I like, but Busta's cadence I can only listen to for a certain amount of time. T.I., it gets kind of samey, but when he was hitting, he was hitting. And he had they both went the catchy route. Both had hook work, that was catchy. Comes down to your preference, you know. I think Busta gives you more overall wordplay, but I think T.I. hits that pocket better. And if you ask me who underachieved and overachieved out the two, I think Busta Rhymes underachieved because I think he could have been even bigger. And I think T.I. over, Busta under, T.I. over. I think T.I. sometimes he got bigger and he had other things going on. But I think that, having said that, but it's not fair to come out with that. But Busta's trying to get a bag. That's what this is. He's trying to generate a false, like, let me come after somebody. Like I said, the only person he could come with that came out in the last 20 years that style-wise maybe would make sense would be Luda. And if he went at Luda, I'd have to take Luda. I think Busta, as far as MCing goes, can spit, but some of his songs, if it ain't the right cuts, it can be really gets old quick. But that's my thoughts and takes about Busta Rhymes coming at T.I. What do you think? Give me your thoughts, your takes. Who would you pick? Who would you choose? Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings a new video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And sometimes people will do anything to get some hype, and they don't even know what they're really hyping because it's out the wrong area code. And this is one of them. I'm out.